What is data science? Hi, I'm M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn from this video? You are going to understand what is meant by data science. What are the different disciplines that you have to focus on in order to be a master in data science? What are the different steps involved in performing the activities in data science? We are even going to see what different positions people are involved in performing the tasks or the projects of data science. So before directly explaining it to you, the data science, let me make you very clear with few important things that every individual has to know about it. When we are working in a company, it means that we are working with our customers. When we are working with our customers, it means that we are dealing with the business of the customer. When we are dealing with the business of the customer, it means that it is a primary responsibility of every person working in that organization that you have to satisfy your customer. Customer satisfaction plays a very important role. Now, when this customer is giving us some business that they are handling with, they are expecting us to give some probable solutions for the problems that they have stuck into. When I am talking about the problems, there might be many problems. There might be the problem with the data, there might be problem with the analysis, there might be problem with the solution, there might be problem with the execution, there might be problem with the procurement, there might be problem with the analysis. It can be anything. Any sort of problem it's depending upon the client's requirement. So what is the data science doing in this one? What is the role of a data scientist in order to meet the client satisfaction? So when we talk about this one, let me show you and give you a very good idea in the complete domain of data science, so that this will be helpful for you in order to gain some interest in data science, learn data science, become a data scientist, get success in your career. So here we get some insights. We get some insights from our clients or customer. So the insights that we are getting, obviously the insights are nothing but the data related to the business of the customer. When I am talking that it is something related to the data of the customer, then it is very clear that the data that we receive from the client or the data that we receive from our customer, that data is completely a raw data which can be unstructured, which can be uncleaned, which can be unorganized, it can be anything. Okay, so we call that as a raw data. So when I'm telling that we are getting some raw data, a data insights from our client or customer, and they are expecting us to provide a probable solution in order to complete the task. For this one, for this step that I have explained it to you just now, in order to get a probable actionables for the solution to the client's problem or a customer's problem, what is the knowledge that we should have in order to provide some actionables to them? When I am telling that the skills that it is required for you in order to provide some actionables to the client or customer, what are they? Before telling you the skills, let me tell you which particular qualification people can opt for data science. If you are a BTech graduate, if you are a BCom graduate, if you are BA graduate, if you are MTech, you have done in the post graduation, it might be any discipline. You might have done MBA, you might have done BCom, you might have done MCom, you might have done BBA. Irrespective of the qualification that you have done, if you gain the skills, practice well, do multiple projects, then data science is like a cup of coffee. So what are the skills that we need to have? Computer skills. When I'm talking about a skills, computer skills, the involvement of some mathematical knowledge we need to have. We all know that we are afraid of mathematics. Okay, if I'm asking you what is 13 times 19, then also we use a calculator, right, nowadays. But my dear viewers, you should understand one thing. If you want to run away from mathematics, mathematics will not run away from you. The reason is that from the time that we wake up and the time till we go to the bed, we are with the mathematics only. We are with the numbers only. We all know that. You and I are connected with the numbers itself. So the point here is that we need to have some mathematical knowledge added with some computer knowledge. Sir, I know computers. I know how to switch on a laptop. I know how to shut down a computer. I'm not talking about these computer skills. I'm talking about the skills that are required to become a data scientist. And let me take a few examples. You need to have the knowledge on MS Excel, MS Office, okay, a bit of understanding of your coding or something, okay, computer skills. With the mathematical skills, why is mathematical skills required? Mathematical skills are required in order to give some probable solution to the client in a technical way. For example, if I'm talking about a mathematics, you need to have a knowledge on probability, statistics, the statistical methods, so permutations, combinations. So these are the basic things that we have grown up by studying in school age, right? So from our 6th standard or 7th standard till we did our graduation, we have undergone these permutations, combinations, probabilities, statistics, and so on. These are the known topics for us. But in the schooling and in the college age, we have learned it as a theoretical part, but here we will implement it as a practical part. So that's a mathematical skills. And out of all these two, one more skill is required, that is nothing but the business knowledge, which plays a very crucial role in data science. I'm not only talking about the data science. Wherever you see the word data, data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, data architect. So if you talk about all these positions and roles, okay, business knowledge requirement is compulsory. You need to have a business knowledge. When you don't know how the business is growing up, if you have no idea how to handle the business scenario, if you do not have any idea how to deal with the business complicated situations, it is very difficult to become a data scientist, a data analytics or data engineer, data architect or whatever it might be. We need to understand the business. Yes sir, I am running a business. I have my own business. I know how to deal with the business. No. The business that you are dealing with is completely different with the business what client or customer is giving it to you and what is their expectation. That we have to understand. Think technically. Oh my God, till today I do not have any knowledge on business. I did not deal with any business scenarios. Can't I become a data science or data scientist? No problem. You can become a data scientist. To have the knowledge on business, it is not required for you to have some experience. When you start working in some organizations, when you start learning this data scientist from any platform, I'm not only talking about KnowHow Academy. If you take the data science, learn from any platform, in the training period itself and in the project part that you are doing it, then only you will have a very clear idea what is meant by a business, how to handle it with a business. Alright, so the combination of these three, computer skills, mathematical skills and the business knowledge that you have, we call them as the complete data scientist. So if you have these three skills with you, yes, you can become a data scientist. Alright, so if I still talk about the process, if I talk to you about the process of the data scientist or the process of the work that the data scientist do in an organization, what is that? Let me show it to you. If you see here, the basic knowledge it is required for an individual What is the basic knowledge? In which should I have a basic knowledge? You need to have a basic knowledge about the client's business. It is very obvious that when client approaches an organization, when they interact with you, when you get the raw data with you, then only you can understand the business. So before starting some work, we need to have a very basic knowledge about the business that the client is handling with. Once when we get a complete idea, what is the business, what are the difficult points here, okay, what is the client problematic solution, so what is the thing that I need to deal with it, so how my involvement is there in this particular business, how can I manage this business. So if you have these kind of knowledge regarding your business, that is the first step. And the next step that I talk to you about is the analysis. You need to have an analysis, such as, for example, why is this revenue gone up? Why has this revenue got down? Why is this profit got down? Why is the profit gone up? Okay, so what you are doing here, you are analyzing that why this particular profit, sales, revenue, this has come up. You need to identify what is the bottleneck stage for this. Then after the analysis, you try to predict something from the analysis that you have done. What is meant by prediction? Prediction is nothing but, okay, so if the profit has come down, then how much will be the profit in the future? If the revenue has come down, how much can be the revenue in future? The prediction, you need to predict it. Okay, so if it is today like this, how will it be tomorrow? How will it be after 1 year? How will it be after 2 months? Okay, that is a prediction that you have to do. That is a prediction stage. Then at last you come with some probable solution. Then you come up with some probable solution. What is a solution? You give some recommendations to your client. You give some recommendations to your customer that this should not be done here, this should be done there, and it is what you are getting the problem, that your profit is coming down, sales is not going up. So this is an action that you have to follow up, some kind of possible solution that you will give it. That's it, man. It's very easy. Okay, so starting from a basic knowledge about your business to the probable solution or action that you are about to give to the client. This is the process that we follow in the business of an organization if you are dealing with the data science. Now, there are different roles in every organization. Okay, we all know that there are different roles which are high in demand nowadays. What are they? Business analyst, data engineer, data scientist, data analyst, data architect. These are the most commonly heard in demand roles and positions that every organization is handling with. Now, if I talk to you about the roles of the business analyst, okay, data scientist, data engineer in an organization. So business analyst, he or she is responsible for understanding the business, which is number one. They are responsible for understanding the business. They are responsible for visualizing. They are responsible for visualization part in an organization. What is meant by visualization? Once you come up with the analysis, when you have the data ready with you and all, obviously you cannot orally explain it to the client, right? You have to visualize. I mean, you need to create some charts, you need to create some visualization tools, business intelligence tools such as Power BI and other tools that are available in the market. So using that tools, you need to visualize it. So business analyst will be responsible for this too. When I talk about a data scientist Data scientist is involved in doing the probable application part for the problem statements that the business is having the problem with. For example, if I talk about, they will go with the machine learning, they do some deep learning technique, they use these deep learning techniques, they use the statistics, they use probability, and they try to get the technical probable solution for the problem that the client is having with the business. When I talk to you about the data engineer is responsible for data mining, where you can have a procurement. Data engineers are responsible for cleaning the data. As I told you that we get the raw data from a client or a customer. So from that raw data, we cannot do the analysis. From the raw data, we cannot directly prepare the visualization, because there might be many empty columns, there might be many null values, many values might be missing, some data might not be available. So we need to clean the data. So data mining, data cleaning part will be handled by the data engineers, and even the visualization part can also be handled by the data engineers. Okay, so these are the different roles and the responsibilities that these people will be doing it in an organization. But ultimately, if you see at the last, you need to have a interconnection between the business analyst to the data scientist to the data engineer. Then only after these three people's involvement, someone can get the correct solution for the client's problem. Okay, so interlink of business analyst, data engineer, data scientist, it is required in every organization. Only a data engineer cannot be the legend, only a data scientist cannot be the legend, only a business analyst cannot be the legend in an organization. There should be a coordination, cooperation, interlinked between these three people. Then only you can come up with a probable solution for the client's problem of the business. Okay, that's how it is handled in an organization. So my dear viewers, so the complete thing that I have given it to you, I have given you the outlook, the complete outlook. What is data science? What are the skills that you require that in order to become a data scientist? What is the procedure that follows in an organization? What roles and what are the responsibilities of those roles in an organization? So data science can be learned very easily. How are you going to learn? It purely depends upon every individual. And one important thing that we have to understand is that every concept that you are learning, it should be linked up with some real-time scenarios that you might have seen or faced with it or listened in it. Then only you can easily connect that real-time scenarios with the technical part, which can be the easiest step for you in order to learn something new. If you observe the KnowHow Academy videos of any skills that we have in our channel, every concept we have explained it in a conceptual way by giving you some real-time scenarios and examples. I hope this video will be very much helpful for you in order to get a complete overlook and idea what exactly is the data science. And I hope that you learn, explore, and become a data scientist in future. So thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.